Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Counter-Strike Source 5v5 draft tournament hosted by TeamPlayerGaming.
That's good. I don't have to worry about my conscience.
Hey, everybody, this is the Counter-Strike Source 5v5 draft tournament hosted by TeamPlayerGaming. I'm Rob, and joining me tonight is Avatar. How's it going?
What's going on, everybody?
We're going to be your casters for tonight. Jude is also going to be joining the camera. Tonight we have the second map for the championship map. It's going to be 3P versus Firecracka.
You heard his voice? Oh, man.
Avatar, do you maybe want to go over the teams for us?
Fuck you. That's right, we do have 3P versus Firecracka in the second round of this finals matchup. Best of three, with 3P having taken the lead on Ruska last week. A very tight match there. We're hoping we'll see that again today, but we have some interesting lineup changes going on for Firecracka. First, though, for 3P, we have the same lineup as last week, with Booker leading the way, as it is this team, with Ida and Cicio and Wagus all playing.
You mean
Cicio, yeah. So, shut up. Anyway, so we have what's become their standard, their strong top 5 lineup for this match, but Firecracka has a bit of a mishmash together. They had some communication errors. That is why we are starting so late, but looks like we are having Ninja and Bucket, who would be their top 2, their captain and their first pick, and then Green Bunny and Relic, which are their bottom 2 picks, and also I believe they had Susan. Oh, looks like that Mosley is in. We're going to have Mosley, and we will not have what would be a substitution.
Or a ringer.
They were planning on subbing, but it looks like we do have Mosley playing. So Firecracka will be Relic, Green Bunny, Ninja Bear, Mr. Bucket, and Mosley.
I would have taken the ringer. Sorry, Mosley.
She would definitely.
I don't know if Ace is there, as Jude informed me. Ace is in spec, so I'm not sure if he's playing, if he's just hanging around. They might switch him off at some point, but he actually shouldn't be in spec as the match is being played. I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna get started here pretty soon.
15 seconds.
That's right.
Before we get started, why don't we talk about the map? This is actually one of my favorite maps in all of Counter-Strike. The map they're going to be playing tonight is Contra. I like it a lot because it is very maze-like. There's a lot of paths and it's a very big map. A lot of different strategies that can be used here. Avatar, what's your take on Contra?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Contra. I like to play P side a bit just because that's the side I've played more in some competitive.
Yeah, we picked Contra, remember?
With spots and such. We didn't go over T side too much, so I don't know it as well there, but it's a lot of fun to play. You have a lot of different paths you can take, as you mentioned, as a T terrorist, and a lot for the counter terrorist to cover. So
what's
it
pretty
turns
common
out to
as
be a
a
lot of
terrorist?
fun. I feel like they're probably going to be working on A side a lot more, trying to get a pick over there, maybe in middle, work at middle, but as B is a little bit more packed to get into with Boxroom and Plank. But if you can either take middle will be a big part of this map, because you have your short A from middle, Cathedral from middle, and such.
Right. Like we were talking about this before the broadcast, but we were talking about how I thought middle would be pretty key to this map. I think CT usually play 2 and B, 2 and A, 1 mid. Sometimes maybe they'll alternate and have maybe 2 watching middle occasionally. We'll see how these 2 teams play it out, but I agree with you completely that if they get a pick at middle, if they're only playing 1 CT in middle and they get a pick, I mean, it's really going to open it up for the T's. They can go middle through CT spawn, they can drop down in water, there's, Sands is now open. You can do a whole bunch of things from there. So I think mid's going to be really important. It's also, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure this is a CT-sided map, but I think it's a little bit more difficult to hold down this map as a T compared to other maps. Compared to maps like Nuke, maybe Inferno, I think this map is harder.
Ace 22
That's just my opinion. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if we mentioned it before, but this is the second map. I believe in the
Sorry
first
about that,
map,
Ninja.
3P took the victory. Is that right, Avatar?
I had to scratch my
That
face
is
up.
right. They had a very close match. Went back and forth. And by back and forth, I mean one side dominated on CT, and then the other team dominated on CT.
They went into overtime in that one.
And they did. And they 3P did just pull out that win in overtime.
Dream.
So they do have the advantage going into this match.
Flying in the clouds.
You know, to be honest with you, I really thought Firecracka had that map on
with the dolphin.
Ruska. Especially, so I still remember the second to last round when Firecracka was on the terror side, and they snuck in through vents.
That was my impression.
Oh, yeah.
Like a B side. Oh, that was just so awesome. It was so stealthy, and like I didn't mention it in the cast then, but I wanted to mention that I wanted to give props to Ninja Bear for not immediately killing the first counter terrorist he saw. I think what he did was he walked the entire time, looked for the second one, and then he and his terrorist buddy, I forget who it was, they killed both CTs at the same time instead of being. They were more patient. They waited for both. Both kills instead of just trying to get one. So I forgot to give props to Ninja
What are you drinking?
for that. And I also
being
forgot to give
ninja-like?
credit. Yeah, being ninja-like. And I forgot to give credit to Civil last time for being our camera. I totally forgot to mention that, so I apologize. And we do thank Civil for being a camera.
Why was what?
That's right.
For this... I'm sorry, go ahead.
As I was going to say, I was talking to Luker before the match, and then Buddy was talking to Ninja Bear for me. We did a little bit of a pre-match interview. Thought everybody would be interested to know what their thoughts were on that. Duddy relayed to me from Ninja that they were pretty confident going in, that they liked the map. This is their choice of the map, and they took a big hit losing Rager in his stupidity. But as Duddy told me, Ninja has faith in his team, and he's fairly confident. I know Ninja has a lot of competitive experience, and will have a lot of interesting calls to make both CT and T sides to maybe confuse 3P and get them on their heels. And versus that, I was talking to Luker myself,
It was a whole bag.
and he's going to go with his typical being confusing and fancy and making the other team overthink, hopefully. You mentioned wanting to use a lot of... Yeah, he mentioned you wanting to use a lot of smokes and flashes on T side. Maybe get the CTs to start rotating, because it is a long rotate from A to B for the counter terrorists, and then use that to his advantage.